Welcome back to Rise and Heal. Today, we'll explore a profound spiritual journey, a journey that will not only change the way you pray, but will also change your life. Have you ever felt your soul yearning for something bigger, deeper, and more powerful than what you're currently experiencing? Have you ever wondered, why do I pray but not feel God's presence? Why do I still feel empty, tired, and powerless? If the answer is yes, then you're not alone. It's the call of the Holy Spirit. He's inviting you into a life full of power, freedom, and miracles. But to receive it, you need to make room for Him. You need to let go of what's hindering His presence in your life. Today, we will explore 7 things you must let go of, not to lose them, but to receive someone, the Holy Spirit, who will transform your life from within. 1. Letting go of hidden sins, breaking the invisible chains. Did you know that the things you hide most are the things secretly destroying you? Hidden sins. The silent enemy. Sin isn't just about wrongdoings that people can see. It's also about secret habits, negative thoughts, and unhealthy relationships that you try to conceal. You think you're in control, but in reality, it's controlling you. A gaming addiction, an extramarital affair, or even jealousy and rivalry in your heart. These things may go unnoticed, but God knows, and more importantly, your soul knows. Consequences. Hidden sins create an invisible distance between you and God. It makes your prayers dry, your soul feels empty, and you lose your divine strength. The Holy Spirit wants to set you free. The Holy Spirit doesn't come to judge or shame you. He has come to set you free. When you bravely bring those sins to light, placing them at the feet of the Lord, you will realize you have lost nothing. You regain the freedom, strength, and divine power that sin has stolen from you all this time. The biblical story. King David, after sinning against Bathsheba, wrote in Psalm 51, "Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me." He confessed his sin, and the Lord forgave and restored him. What are you hiding in your heart? Do you dare to bring it to light and place it at the feet of the Lord? 2. Letting go of pride and self-confidence. Humility, the key to unlocking the Holy Spirit. Pride isn't always loud self-importance. It can be comparison, a need for recognition, or a fear of failure. Pride, a wall of separation. Pride isn't just self-importance, but also comparison with others, a need for recognition from everyone, a fear of failure that prevents you from admitting your weaknesses. When you live in pride, you are building walls that separate you from the Holy Spirit. Because pride points to oneself, while the Holy Spirit points to God. Pride resists correction, while the Holy Spirit transforms those who are willing to be corrected. Humility, true strength. The greatest people in the Bible weren't strong in the way the world defines them. These are people who dare to admit their weaknesses. Moses, Exodus 4:10. "O Lord, I am not a good speaker." Gideon, Judges 6:15. "Lord, how can I save Israel?" David, 1 Samuel 17:37. "The Lord has delivered me from the jaws of lions and bears, and He will deliver me from the hand of this Philistine." When you choose humility, you open the door for the Holy Spirit to breathe new life into places you have tried to control. Are you trying to prove you are good enough, capable enough, strong enough? Are you willing to say, Lord, I need you. 3. Letting go of wounds and resentment. Forgiveness, a step towards freedom. Deep wounds can shape how you think, believe, and pray. Wounds, invisible chains. Wounds from the past, betrayal, deception, or injustice, can imprison you in a vicious cycle of suffering and resentment. You think you're protecting yourself, but in reality, you're imprisoning yourself in the prison of the past. A person betrayed by a spouse, a child abandoned by parents, or an employee treated unfairly. These wounds can shape how you see the world and prevent you from trusting God. Forgiveness, the key to liberation. Forgiveness doesn't mean accepting wrongdoing. It means choosing freedom instead of continuing to live in the prison of the past. The Holy Spirit cannot pour healing into a heart full of bitterness. When you forgive, you break the chains of resentment and open the door for the Holy Spirit to fill you with peace and restoration. The Bible story: Joseph, though sold into slavery by his brothers, ultimately said to them, "You intended to harm me, but God turned evil into good." Genesis 50:20. Who is the person you need to forgive today? Do you dare to let go of the burden of resentment to embrace freedom? 4. Eliminate secret idols. Only God deserves to reign. Idols aren't just statues. They can be a relationship, a habit, a dream, or even a fear. Idols, thieves who steal God's presence. An idol is anything you love, trust, or depend on more than God. It could be a relationship, spouse, children, friends. A habit, gaming, social media, alcohol. A dream, career, money, fame. A fear, fear of failure, fear of abandonment. When you put anything above God, you are stealing His presence from your life. Letting go of idols. Embracing wholeness. Abraham had to put Isaac, his most precious possession, on the altar. What is most precious to you? Do you dare to lay it at the feet of the Lord? When you let go of idols, you will realize God does not take away. He gives more. The Holy Spirit will fill the voids that idols have occupied. Biblical story. Abraham was willing to sacrifice Isaac, and God provided a lamb in his place. Genesis 22. What is most precious to you? Do you dare to lay it at the feet of the Lord? 5. Letting go of control. Trust. Let God lead. Are you trying to hold everything in your hands? Control creates an illusion of security, but in reality, it only brings anxiety, fear, and exhaustion. Control, the illusion of security. When you try to control everything, you are taking on burdens that don't belong to you, preventing the Holy Spirit from working in your life. The Holy Spirit doesn't work within the limits you set. He leads you into places that demand faith, where you must learn to trust instead of worry. Letting go of control, embracing peace. When you let go of control, you will be amazed at how God leads you. Supernatural peace will reign in your heart. You will realize that God's ways are better than any of your plans. The Bible story. Peter, trying to walk on water, began to sink when he looked at the waves instead of at Jesus. Matthew 14:30. What are you trying to control in your life? 6. Overcoming human fears, living courageously for the Lord. The fear of judgment, rejection, or not being accepted can prevent you from living fully for the Lord. Fear, the enemy of courage. Human fears can prevent you from preaching the gospel, living according to the Lord's calling, forgiving, and loving others. The first disciples changed from fear and hiding to courageously preaching when the Holy Spirit descended. Acts 2:14-41. The Holy Spirit gives strength. When the Holy Spirit descends, He will break the chains of fear, give you the strength to stand firm no matter what the world says. Biblical story. Peter, from someone who denied the Lord 3 times, became a courageous missionary after being filled with the Holy Spirit. Acts 4:8-12. What are you afraid of? Do you dare to live according to God's calling instead of the expectations of others? 7. Abandoning half-heartedness and double-desired passions. Choosing God completely. A divided heart cannot receive the fullness of the Holy Spirit. Half-heartedness, the enemy of wholeness. You cannot follow both God and the world. You cannot want both miracles and comfort. The Holy Spirit comes to those who dare to choose Him completely. When you decide, Lord, I belong to you, everything will change. Choosing God completely. Receiving miracles. When you abandon half-heartedness, you will receive clarity in prayer, experience new divine power, live in unshakable peace. Biblical story. Elijah challenged the Israelites, will you follow the Lord or Baal? 1 Kings 18:21. Are you living half-heartedly? Do you dare to choose God completely? The Holy Spirit doesn't demand perfection. He only needs your willingness. Every step you take to let go, sins, pride, wounds, idols, control, fear, half-heartedness, is a step that opens the door for Him to enter. Today, are you ready to say, Lord, I want you more than anything I hold on to? Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more insightful reflections on the journey of faith. Like and share this video with family and friends. Perhaps someone is waiting for this calling. Watch Rise and Heal at 6 p.m. every Thursday and Sunday. Comment below, which of the 7 things above do you find hardest to let go of? Pray with us. Act today. Don't let tomorrow be another I'll do it day. The Holy Spirit is calling your name. Can you hear it?